Hey everybody, I'm here with a quick story for you on a cheating scandal that turned deadly. Listen, I often say this over here and I will say it again. I don't understand it. I will never understand it why people cheat. My thing is, if you are in a relationship, you're done with me, tell me you're done with me. Hey, send me an email, a telegram, a text message. Do I think it's right? No. But send me something. Or you know what? Do the very unpopular thing that so many people do. They just straight up ghost you. I'd rather you do all of that than to stay with me and be cheating. And then I find out later that somebody else, we was having an unauthorized threesome because you was cheating behind my back and I had no clue. So there's this wife, and the only person alive that's able to tell this the story is the person that took the wife, the husband, and the baby's life. He is saying that he was going with said woman, and she was married, and he was helping her pay her rent, giving her money for other things, and he straight up said to her, "Leave your husband for me." She told him she was not leaving the husband for him. He decided, well, if you're not going to be with me, you will be with no one. He took her life, her husband's life, and the life of her 1 year old child. How sad is that? So you decided to cheat and you destroyed your entire family. And in the Dominican Republic, they had 3 kids there, this husband and wife, that are now motherless and fatherless, all because of a cheating scandal. Let me share a screen so we can get more into the story. So a man executes the couple, throws baby in a lake after wife refused to leave her husband for him, said the police. So this is the 61-year-old man. That's the wife. That's her husband. That's the baby. May these 3 rest in peace. He is saying that he was dating her. They met at a previous job. He was giving her money, helping her pay bills, helping her pay rent. He wanted her to leave her husband. She said no. So he ended all 3 of these. Super sad. The suspect allegedly told police that the baby was alive when he threw him face down in the muddy water, and that he decided to kill the infant rather than to bring it to the hospital for fear of getting caught after murdering the child's parents. A man in Pennsylvania has gone from 1 murder charge to 3, as the Reading Police Department now believes he was responsible for killing a young couple and their infant son. Initially, Jose Luis Rodriguez, 61, had been charged in the murder of Junior Cabrera, 31. Speaking in a press conference covered by the news on Monday, Berks County District Attorney John Adams announced that Rodriguez was facing 2 additional first-degree murder charges for the death of Cabrera-Colon's wife and son. The outlet reports that the bodies of Geraldina, 31, and her 1-year-old son Jeyden Junior were found 2 weeks ago in a remote area in the township in Berks County. Rodriguez was already behind bars in relation to the death of Cabrera-Colon, whose body was found on Saturday, September the 13th, and that was the dad. On Friday, September the 19th, the same day, Rodriguez was formally charged with the murder of Cabrera-Colon. An unidentified woman's body was found in a grassy field. When police began investigating her death, they noted that she appeared to be Geraldina, who was previously listed as as missing along with her son. Let's take a listen. I'll wait till this commercial goes so I can skip it. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's see if it'll play now.
Killing a woman and her 1-year-old baby boy. The Berks County District Attorney announcing additional murder charges against 61-year-old Jose Rodriguez. He'd previously been charged with killing the victim's husband, Junior Cabrera-Colon. Investigators laying out the horrific timeline before each member of the family is killed. This is the 5 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez, and we do want to warn you, these details are just incredibly upsetting and hard to hear. But you may remember the mother and son were reported missing earlier this month, and then just days later, their bodies were found. Kelly, you were there for today's painful announcement. What are you learning?
Yeah, Jason, that's right. Extremely painful to hear. The investigators did say today this is still an active investigation, but did say there was some sort of intimate relationship between the defendant and one of the three victims, and clearly something went wrong. The DA said the defendant did confess to all three murders. He called this case extremely difficult and said they are looking at possibly pursuing the death penalty.
Unfortunately, in our jobs, we deal with bad things all the time. This is a different level.
For the first time, the Berks County District Attorney outlining the horrific timeline of the murders of 31-year-old Junior Cabrera-Colon, his wife, 31-year-old Geraldina Peguero-Mancebo, and their 1-year-old son, Jeyden Junior Peguero, allegedly at the hands of 61-year-old Jose Rodriguez. The DA says he confessed to all three murders.
The loss of life of these adults that were killed was unnecessary. The loss of life of that 1-year-old was cruel. It was horrible.
The DA's office announced the arrest of Rodriguez for the murder of Junior last week. Investigators say he was shot in the head, found early on September 13th in the brush along River Road in Bear Park, where there is now a growing memorial.
That is the investigation that started all of this, the finding of the body in Bear Park. But it was actually the last murder that he committed.
The DA says Reading police learned that no one had heard from Junior's wife and their 1-year-old son since the day before, September 12th. Cell phone records led them to an access road off East Holler Lane in Ontalani Township, where they found Geraldina's body, and days later, not far away, they found Jeyden in a shallow pond. The DA says Rodriguez and Geraldina had some sort of intimate relationship, meeting at least a year ago when they worked in a warehouse together, and he was infuriated that she would not leave her husband and was taking his money. The DA says Rodriguez admitted to picking Geraldina and Jeyden up on September 12th with the intention to kill her, and that he shot Geraldina once in the back of the head and threw Jeyden in nearby muddy water.
I can't imagine anything more horrifying than throwing that 1-year-old child into that pond of water, and that child is left there to die.
Rodriguez allegedly told investigators he shot Junior near his last listed address on Center Avenue when Junior confronted him about his involvement with Geraldina.
Mr. Rodriguez had no prior criminal history, so something happened. No matter what, no one deserved to die.
The DA said today investigators recovered substantial video evidence as well as physical evidence that Rodriguez actually led them to, including a gun, as well as some of Geraldina's belongings. Now, Rodriguez told investigators he acted alone, but part of their active and ongoing investigation is to determine if anybody else was involved. Jason.
Kelly Rule there. Thank you very much, Kelly.
Very sad. The following day, Jeyden's body was found in a marshy area, just 150 yards away from where police recovered his mother's body, per the news. Both deaths were ruled homicides after separate autopsies, with police quickly looking toward Rodriguez as a likely suspect. According to the criminal complaint revealed by Law and Crime, Geraldina was seen getting into the back seat of a white Nissan Quest registered to Rodriguez at approximately 8:30 p.m. on the previous Friday, September 12th. She was carrying her son in her arms using cell phone data from both Geraldina's and Rodriguez. Police pinged both of them at the specific location. And so respectfully, I'm going to say this. You're cheating, and then you bringing your kid along for this situation. Insane. In interviews with Rodriguez, he reportedly admitted that this is where he planned to kill Geraldina, per the complaint. As detailed in the report, Rodriguez claimed they were in an intimate relationship, though Adams asserted the exact nature of their relationship was unclear, per CBS News, and that he had been paying for aspects of her life, including rent for her apartment. It was when she told him that she did not want to leave her husband that Rodriguez said he became infuriated, per the report. As she was constantly taking his money, Adams added that the pair had previously worked together at a warehouse, per ABC affiliate. Rodriguez allegedly shot Geraldina in the back of the head, according to investigators, before driving to a separate location where he dumped her body. He then allegedly drove down the street and threw the baby Jeyden into a marshy area of the lake. He told police that the baby was alive when he threw him face down in the muddy water, which was confirmed in an autopsy by the evidence of mud present in his lungs, indicating that Jeyden was alive at the time of submersion. His cause of death was listed as freshwater drowning. Police reported that Rodriguez explained his decision to throw the baby into the lake rather than bring him to a hospital or leave him someplace alive as simple as fear of getting caught. I can't imagine anything more horrifying than throwing a 1-year-old child into a pond of water and that child is left there to die, Adams said at the Monday press conference per Fox affiliate. Adding to this case is a different level and makes you want to cry. As it turns out, Rodriguez also allegedly gave a timeline of the murders and revealed that despite being the first body found, the husband was actually the third person he killed after he was told that Geraldina would not leave her husband for him. Rodriguez allegedly admitted that he met Geraldina. She met the husband in Reading the day after killing his wife and child. Like Geraldina, Cabrera-Colon was shot in the back of the head. Rodriguez initially told police the shooting was in self-defense, per the news. He claimed that they were fighting about his relationship with Geraldina, per CBS News, and that the verbal argument became physical. Rodriguez then claimed that Cabrera-Colon dropped a gun, which he subsequently picked up and shot him with. He then admitted putting the body into Cabrera-Colon's body, I guess, into the car and driving him to a park where he left him. This article is missing some words, it seems like. The body was found on the morning of September 13, with Rodriguez quickly identified as the suspect in the shooting death. He ultimately confessed to the murder per police on September 18, just one day before they would find Geraldina's body, the wife's body. After he had been charged with all 3 murders, CBS News reports that Rodriguez showed Berks County investigators where he stashed Geraldina's purse, as well as the murder weapon he used to unalive her. We're still in the initial parts of the investigation. I would suggest most likely that his version is only partially accurate, Adams said. The loss of the life of these adults that were killed was unnecessary. The loss of life that the 1-year-old was cruel. It was horrible. A GoFundMe purportedly established in hopes of getting their bodies returned to the couple's native Dominican Republic for a dignified burial asserts that the couple had 3 additional children, aged 13, 10, and 8, still living in the Dominican Republic. Rodriguez is being held in Berks County Jail without bail on 3 first-degree murder charges, 3 third-degree murder charges, and 2 counts of abuse of a corpse, 2 counts of possession of an instrument of crime, tampering with evidence, and carrying a firearm without a license. Adams said that his office is considering seeking the death penalty, but no final decision has been made yet. Rodriguez's next court date is scheduled for October the 3rd. In this situation, unfortunately, are we ever going to know if what Rodriguez is saying is 100% true? We're not, because these 3 are no longer here to tell it, unless the wife had a friend that kind of know part of this story, because it seems like people always tell somebody what's going on in their life that maybe will come forth and shed some more light to this. From the pieces that I see, it does seem like the wife had some type of inappropriate relationship with Rodriguez. It seems like she perhaps was getting money from him. And see, the worst thing you can ever do is play with somebody's money in their heart. That's why I try my best. Nobody's perfect not to do that. If you don't like me, fine. Let's move forward. But it seems like it was something going on with his money in his heart. He got in his feelings in the worst way, and now 3 people are no longer alive. Listen, people, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Chat with me in the comments. I will chat back. Bye.